Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel. My name's David, and today we are doing our weekly progress report that we've been doing for the past 2 weeks with the account. So I achieved a lot from my main this week. If you guys are new, I switched mains about a month or so ago. I switched from a Ho Young to a Shadower, and we achieved a lot this week, and I kind of want to go over it. So it's really insane. Super excited to share with you guys. Last week we ended with 75 bill, meaning this week we started with that, and we ended this week with a peak of 113 bill. That is absolutely huge gains. Now we did spend a lot of money on cube sale, but I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. Continuing from last week, we actually had my Shadower at level 256 with about 75% or so, and we were sitting around 23.3k stats. Our Demon Slayer was 236, around 12.3k stat. Our hero, which I decided to kind of implement into this series simply because I do want to end up starting to work on the hero next, because I do want to have a little bit more of a bossing mule. He started off at level 205 with about 3.2k stat. And then because I do need to talk about the Dark Knight in this episode, I started off at level 222 with about 12.2k stat. So those are the 4 characters that are going to be featured in this video this week. So let's start off with the Shadower. We ended up level 260 by the end of the week. We actually hit it about 3 days ago, and that was super exciting. I also practiced Black Mage a few runs, and then actually spontaneously a few hours after our practice runs, my friend hit me up and was like, hey, we're actually running Black Mage in 35 minutes. There's an open slot if you want to come, and who would say no to that? So I actually ended up clearing, got my Seal Genesis weapon, and actually got 2 arcane boxes from that, 1 weapon, 1 armor. So I got absolutely insanely lucky because that finished my 5 arcane set. So now I have 5 arcanes and I have the full set, and it's been a really amazing week. I got that, I got the Seal Genesis weapon, I got the Kana treasure ring finally, I got my Cernium symbol, so a lot of gains this week. Plus cubing, it took me all the way to 28.5k stat. Now this is with 6 items that are completely unstarred, 0 star. So once December 11th rolls around and I can actually do Star Force with Shining, those gains are going to be insane. I'm hoping to hit at least 40k stat or so, and that's going to be really, really, really good for me. You know, here's to hoping. If you guys are interested in watching the cubing sale video, I have one on my YouTube where it's kind of shortened and specifically made for my Shadower, but if you guys are interested in seeing the whole entire 3.5 hour cubing session, I do have a link to the Twitch VOD on that specific YouTube video in the description, so feel free to check that out if you are interested in seeing how the hero, the Dark Knight, and the Demon Slayer cubing went, because I didn't really touch on that because it was so kind of boring at that point. You know, I was like 3 hours in already, and I just kind of wanted to get through it, but the Twitch VOD is there if you guys are interested in watching that. Next up, we have the Demon Slayer. The Demon Slayer, we are ending up here around level 245. Remember, this is my burning character, so you know, it seems like a lot of levels, but that's honestly just what, 3 levels or so? Yeah, 3 levels. And you know, it is huge gains. And we also ended up at 16.3k stat based on cube sale, up from the 12.3k stats. So I think I'm a little bit closer to the being able to do the Lomian solo, and that's kind of where the point where I really want it to be. So let's just hit 250 on the Demon Slayer, hopefully by sometime this coming week, and we can kind of move on to the next character. Our hero ended up at level 208 with about 5.5k stat and got a full Absolab set this week. You know, I had a lot of cores laying around in my storage, so I decided, hey, I'm going to be working on this hero 100%. Let me just throw these Absolab sets into the hero. Next, I had the buck, you know, set aside. I have nodes on that already. You know, I'm not too sure exactly where I want to go for my next bossing meal, but I definitely know that hero is one of the options. I don't really know if I want to pursue buck as much. I do know that it's really easy to play, so you know, that is why it's one of the options there. But you know, now I need to do more weekly so I can get Absolab set for it. But you know, it's something that I'll think about in the future, because there are a lot of things that I do have to do beforehand, so that's just, you know, kind of off to the side for right now. And lastly, guys, the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is a character I've been playing since the beginning of time, since MapleStory came out. It's been one of my favorite classes ever, except for this time around when I rejoined MapleStory. You know, it's really nice. I love the class. It's just something that, you know, I didn't end up playing, but it's okay. I made it. It's level 222. It's a really good bossing mule, so I decided to throw some cubes into it, and we ended up from 12.2k stat to 16.5k stat, so that's a really good jump. You know, that's a really good faster solo when it comes to a lot of different bosses, and I'm really excited to be able to use that in a more efficient way. So guys, the goals for next week are pretty simple, to be honest. So of course I want to hit 250 on the burning character. I don't really know where I want to take my shadower. I think it might be a slow couple of weeks. I'm gonna probably start working on Legion or even my hero, and then again, like I said last week, after that, by December 8th, I'm going to be working on the Dawn Warrior, because it's going to give me the Mega Burninator, so I'm going to take that right up to 150 and hopefully like an hour or two, and then go from that to 220 probably, hopefully, and work on that until 220, make that a bossing mule, go to hero or work on Legion, and take it from there. But I do know that I need to hit 8k Legion, or 8.5k Legion even, simply because I do need to hit 200 on 36 characters, and I'm only on 14 characters, already at 7.5k Legion, so I might end up being 8.5k Legion at the point where I end up hitting 36 characters to 200, which is around the amount of characters that Legion 8000 allows you. So I might end up just doing 37 characters, hitting 8.5, and, you know, taking it from there. But honestly, 8k is all I need. That's the next goal, and then making more bossing meals. That's pretty much it for next week, and we'll see how far I can get. I do have a few things I do have to end up doing next week, so, you know, we'll see how it goes. But Demon Slayer, definitely gonna hit 250. Maybe I can hit 261 on the Shadower. Who knows? We'll see. But maybe even 220 on the hero. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Drop me a comment below. Let me know, how is your progress going this week? Where did you get to? How far did you take your characters? Are you burning? Did you hit 250 yet? Let me know in the comments, guys, and look forward to seeing you guys next week.